Hello and welcome to the next week of Be Bold Academy's training. My name is Amanda Catherine Roman and I'm coming to you from Reddington, New Jersey. And this is my wonderful partner, Lisa Pizik, coming to you from Ancaster, Canada. And we are the co-founders of the Bold Brigade. And we are excited to bring you week 5, how to expand your network. So to get right into this, Lisa, I wanted to see if you could talk to us a little bit about the ways that you can expand your network versus cold market, warm market, how to build out in those different areas.
Yeah, and I think it's super important to kind of learn those terms in the beginning, what that means and why that's important. Because expanding your network is huge in this business. Like once you kind of get rocking and rolling, you quickly realize that the retail side is only going to take you so far. And really expanding your network, always having that funnel of new clients and new people and new experiences and different things that people bring to the table is really what grows that community, grows your team, and really is what this whole entire thing is really about, right? It's not really about the commission. Yes, the money in our bank account makes us put food on our table and buy all the great things and all the experiences that we want, but it's creating those experiences that really is what makes us feel good, right? And makes it all worth it. So your warm market is like your immediate circle. So like your Facebook, anything on your social media, like your Facebook following, your friends, your Twitter contacts, your Instagram people, like whatever social media platform of choice that you're comfortable with and that you kind of really own. Own meaning like you post frequently, you rock it, like people know you're the authority kind of in that area. Your family, your coworkers, your friends, like that's like your warm, like you could kind of go, this is my warm market, and you could grab those people and know who that is. You have a personal relationship, kind of experience with them. As opposed to your cold market, who is like the outsides of, people like someone in the grocery store, a friend of a friend, a friend of a friend's coworker, the woman that's sitting next to you when you're getting your pedicure that you strike up the conversation with that's getting, their daughter's getting married or they're getting married. Like for me, I know what I did was this year I tried to really reach out to fellow fit pros because I'm a fitness instructor and owner. And I literally just went on and started Googling, but not any random, like I aimed it to my tribe. I started Googling women in business that own small studios, thinking maybe that could fit the need if they were struggling in their brick and mortar business, talking to them about how to bring an online platform to their business. So that was like my cold market, was these women entrepreneurs that didn't know me and I didn't know them. So it's really important to reach out to both, because eventually your warm market is going to somewhat kind of be tapped out. Like everyone is going to, and if you're doing a good job and you are the authority and people are recognizing that you're a Beachbody coach, you have access to these programs and these supplements and these trainings and this personal development. Like if you're doing a good job telling your story, people are going to know to come to you. And it's either going to be right time, right place, right person, or now you've got to start, kind of reaching out. So it's great to start in your warm market. But then if you really want to expand and grow your business, you've got to look elsewhere in that cold market. And some things that I do, it can be very overwhelming to think, where do I start? Well, I always start with my warm market. So I pick one person a day that I'm just going to start a conversation with. And again, it goes back to all those previous lessons, right? Where we're not hitting them with a sale. We're not trying to diagnose and fix their problems. It's just, hey, how are you? How are things going? How's your new job? How are your kids? Are you going on any family vacations? Loved your picture of X, Y, and Z, right? So it's just kind of starting that natural, honest, genuine kind of conversation and seeing kind of where that goes. That's how I like, because sometimes we say, 3 to 5 people or 10 people or 12 people, that can be overwhelming sometimes. I really want you to focus on one good quality conversation a day. But to get at your cold market, so people say, well, who is that? Who is my cold market? Think about where you frequent, where you go, and what you do in a day. right? Like, are you in a mom's group? Do you take your kids to karate? Are there people, you live in a small town and you see the same people at the grocery store, the same checkout clerk. Take your Shakeology cup with you when you go places, because people are naturally might say, what is that thing? Like, I'm a nurse educator in the day, and I travel to lots of different long-term care homes, and I always have nurses that I'd literally just place it next to my computer as I'm like educating, right? And they're like, what is that thing, right? Or they're like, oh my God, because they see me every month, you've lost a lot of weight. And I've had people say, is that Shakeology thing you're doing? And I say, sure, let me tell you a little bit more about that, right? So these are nurses that I maybe only see once a month, but not on my friends list, not on Facebook. So that's kind of like your cold market is, I know, Amanda, you were sharing a story with me how you just started chatting. You were running around, with the kids of this guy in line at Starbucks and just started, chatting and having a conversation with him. And here it was like the director of operations of this, crazy bigwig in Starbucks. But it literally started with a conversation about kids and cake pops and something not even health and fitness related. So it's like, you've got to start thinking of yourself as the authority of your story. I don't want to say the authority in health and fitness, because you don't have, or if you have certifications, that's great, but you don't have to be an authority in health and fitness. You're the authority of your story and what these products and experiences and our team and the personal development, you're the authority of what that's done for you. Yeah. And that's what you've got to start sharing with people. So own it. Like, I want every single person that knows me or sees me to know that I love health and fitness and that I love living a healthy lifestyle and that I'm vibrant and passionate and I want to tell you about that. And that's when that natural conversations just start to happen, because you're like, this is who I am. So I really want you to start thinking about owning your story. This is who I am, and this is who I'm going to tell my story to pretty much everyone I come in contact with. So I've had people in the past even make a list of who are your group, like moms groups, soccer buddies, coworkers. I had one woman who did like modeling on the side. So I was like, you're modeling people. She worked at a shoe store company. I was like, your shoe store people. Her dad was a firefighter. I'm like, your dad's firefighter buddies. Her mom loved to quilt. I was like, your mom's quilting friends. Like, write down the groups of all the people that that you can talk to, and that's your cold market. And then your warm market, you're just hitting them day in, day out with your daily, your 3 posts a day if you can, your daily messages, kind of owning that authority and talking about who you are. But you've got to have conversations. Yeah. You've got to just, and you don't even have to think about saying the right thing. You just got to start. Hi, how are you today? It's literally like that simple. Yeah. You've got to, how you feeling today, right? We use that word a lot, Amanda. We've talked about before. Mm-hmm. How you feeling today? I feel incredible. How are you feeling, right? So just starting that conversation. So hit your warm market first, but don't be afraid to hit up that cold market when you're just doing your day-to-day kind of thing. So, if you can focus on one new conversation a day, you're going to get better. You're going to get better at it. It's going to become more natural, and that's going to lead to bigger and better things for you. So those are kind of like my quick tips there on warm and cold market and starting those conversations.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. And just to add, I really loved the phrase that Lisa used of being an authority of your story. I think that's really powerful. And if you really think about that, it goes hand in hand with what we're doing with our businesses here through Beachbody. You can't tell what results and what experiences anyone that you're talking to is ever going to have, but no one can ever take away from me your experience and, what these products, this community that we're a part of, this training, these business opportunities, these relationships that we're building, they're yours. And I think that's a really powerful thing. And another just like very quick story about reaching out in a cold market. I was in an Eddie Bauer the other day, and I was running in to buy a raincoat last minute because they had this big sale for a trip to Seattle. I ended up talking to the salespeople. I was really not even that present in the conversation, to be completely honest, in the beginning, because I was literally running in just to buy one thing, and ended up having this whole conversation. And I was sharing bits and pieces of my story. And 2-3 other people that worked there ended up coming around me. I'm now giving a speech about my health and fitness business on a Sunday where they are helping me to market to a cold market in the store in a few weeks. And I'm going to be talking all about health, fitness, wellness, meditation, how to manifest, goals, a lot of the training that we do here. And it was literally just because I was willing to share that story. So that's the other aspect too, is that, as Lisa said, just start the conversations. And the more times you have this conversation, the more times, the more comfortable you're going to get at talking about it and sharing and becoming that real authority. And if your genuine passion and excitement about where you are on your journey comes through, that's when you're going to start really being able to attract people that you might not ever have thought about. And so, go ahead.
And just one more thing to add, like Facebook is my platform. That's what in my demographic, moms, around 30s to 40s, they're on Facebook that I find. And I did, like in the beginning, I joined, like I live in Ancaster, as Amanda said. So I joined like Ancaster Moms Group, Hamilton Moms Group, which is like a local city to me. So, seek out the things that you like and like your tribe, like what are they looking at? What do they belong to? Because I have a friend who's in like the moms group with me, and she'll always tag me in all the posts when people are, because moms are literally saying in search of Shakeology, in search of 21 Day Fix, in search of a health and fitness program, and she'll tag me and I'll be like, Lisa Peasic, right? And it's like, oh, hey, thanks, right? But it's like, my friend knows from my warm market that I do that. She's now helping me reach out to this cold market. So again, it just speaks true with, warm, cold, your authority, that whole piece. So don't be afraid to just kind of get out in those groups and even be a fly on the wall in the beginning with those. So cool. So Amanda, maybe you can expand a little bit more about, sometimes when we think, who can we reach out to, we kind of somewhat make these assumptions and we're like, oh, they could never be a coach, or, oh, they go to the gym, they already have a health and fitness plan, or I don't really know her that well, maybe I shouldn't reach out. Like sometimes the brain starts to hold us back from expanding our network and, reaching out to people. So what are your kind of tips about how to get over those assumptions, like where to begin, how to start, what to say, like that whole kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think you hit on some key thought processes there that we really all have had and go through, especially at different points, no matter where you are in building your business. And I think it's really important to make sure that you're not making those assumptions about anyone else. I mean, I know when I think back to myself, when I first found out about Beachbody and started using Beachbody products, anyone looking at me would have never thought that I had any interest in anything related to health and fitness or starting a new business. I was a successful, full-time employee, working mother. At that point, I was, woefully overweight. I was not active. I was not in a healthy place. So you wouldn't think that I would be interested in spending, 3 figures on buying a bag of health food super shake. And, I had just moved back across the country and had 8 million things going on in my life. But what people didn't know about me is that I was very unhappy, desperately seeking for something to get back to the healthy, active life that I had been in. Although I was successful in a career, I was not happy and really fulfilled in what I was doing. I wanted more out of life, and I wanted to be around a more positive community. That move back from the West Coast put me back into, yes, a community with friends and family that I've known for a long time, but I did not have a professional, collegial, supportive environment. And so literally everything that the Beachbody opportunity has to offer, I was, dying for. And if someone had not reached out to me and put this opportunity in front of me, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you right now, helping you build your business. And so that's just a little bit about my story. And I tell it in a way to encourage you to think about where you were before you were introduced to these products or this opportunity or met someone on our team. And just remembering that from the outside, sometimes people might not have ever thought that this would be a good opportunity for you. And I think the other, really key thing as we are coaching people and have decided to continue to share our story and invite other people into this lifestyle and into this community, it's important to remember that we all as humans, have a tendency to want to be part of building something, want to be part of that community that I spoke to earlier. And the most powerful thing about this business is the fact that your journey and where you are in your ups and your downs, and when you fall down and how you get back up, is actually what is the most relatable to other people. You know, none of us are perfect, including me and Lisa. You know, we all make mistakes. We all have good days and bad days. And this is about having a community around you that will help support you on those days when it is hard to get back up and remind you why you're doing this. And they're going to cheer you on when you are kicking ass and having a great day. And so it's important to remember that that's what you're inviting people into. And so sometimes I think, particularly when people are thinking about making a decision to become a coach or early on in their coaching business, they think they have to have this perfect like before picture and after picture. And they can only start coaching and they can only start building a business and they can only start reaching out to people once they have that perfect after picture and they're doing everything perfect. Well, guess what? That's not reality. Nobody has a perfect after picture, and nobody's journey, in my opinion, if it's a health and fitness journey, is ever complete. There is always, Brendan Bouchard, who is a mentor of Lisa and mine, and I know a number of you, talks about the fact that there's no ceiling on excellence. There's no ceiling on success. There is always some aspect that you can upgrade and level up for yourself, for no one else, for yourself. And so just remember that myth of you need to have that before and after picture before you can really coach other people is really just that. It's a myth. And remember that it's in those moments when you're vulnerable and you're raw and you're able to share that, hey, I had a bad day. For me, it's been very hard since I had my third baby to get back on a regular workout schedule. And when I share that with people, guess what? There's a lot of mothers out there that have the same exact problem. Mm-hmm. And even though I might not be, hitting a perfect 10 every day with getting my workout in the best possible way, I am able to build relationships with people, and that community that I'm building around me is helping me get back into that routine. And so there's that aspect of your life. I'm sure you can relate to that, even if it's not in the workout part or having a baby or being a mom. There's something about that aspect of what I'm experiencing that's helping me expand my market, that's helping me build authority, because I'm saying, here's what I am doing to get myself back to where I am. Do you want to join me? Do you want to be part of that? And I'm inviting people into creating a better future for us together. And that's at the end of the day what we all want. And so although we are using the word network and talking about expanding a network, I think those of you that are members of the Bold Brigade know you guys are family to us. And this is really about, a family that is growing together and progressing together and succeeding together. And we want everyone to be successful. And that's ultimately what you're inviting people into, whether they're in your warm market or your cold market. You're inviting them to be part of our family, and family sticks together no matter what. So I think those are some tips to just help you kind of wrap your brain around what you can be doing, how you can be doing it, and the fact that, as Lisa said, you are the authority on your story, and you should be proud of that, and you should share that as widely as possible.
Yeah, that was incredible. And one or two big things jumped out at me in what you said, Amanda, and it was that whole perfect piece. I really think perfect is an illusion. Like you said, nobody is perfect. Nothing is like that. It's perfect is unattainable.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, there's no ceiling of better, like Bouchard always says, right? It's like perfect is an illusion. We will never say, yes, that is perfect.
Yeah.
Or yes, I am perfect. Yes, my story is perfect. Yes, my body is perfect. Perfect is an illusion. And I think it goes back to what you really honed in on, which is so key, is that looking at you when you were presented this opportunity was an illusion. People were looking at you as this highly successful, highly happy woman that has it all. Mm-hmm. But the reality was you desperately needed help. Or you desperately, not maybe needed help, but desperately wanted help. Mm-hmm. You wanted better for yourself. But this business is primarily women-based. Yeah, we have a lot of men, which is incredible. But how many women are okay asking for help?
Yeah. That's a very
How
good
many,
point.
or even moms, like if you are a mom, great. If not, but how many moms are like, okay, asking for help? Like we don't, right? As women and moms and all of this, we don't, and that's an illusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
We really do need help. So, I really loved that point that you brought up about, there's no ceiling of better, where you were at. It's just so key because we don't know, we can't assume, we don't know where people are at, and we should still reach out. And I think that was an incredible point that you hit. So, so to bring it home, what are you guys going to do? We only have one video for you this week. This is it, because we really want to, expanding your network is about going now and about doing. Like, we've armed you with the tools. Make a list of your warm market, your cold market, the people you're going to reach out to, and let us know who that is. As Amanda said, we're a family. We're here to help coach you. So if you're not sure how to enter into a conversation with someone, but you really feel compelled to reach out to them, let's talk about that. Reach out to one of us and we'll coach you through how to do that. But this week, we really want to encourage you to take action. So make your lists, post in the group who you're going to reach out to, hashtag it with building a bold business, and let's get to work, because we got some good things ahead of us. So thank you for checking this out. Amanda, did you want to close us out here?
Yeah, I just wanted to share one thing. Just came back from the most recent Super Saturday event in Philadelphia with nearly 1,000 Beachbody coaches in the area. It was phenomenal. And we heard from Coach Jimmy, who is a superstar Beachbody coach. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. And one thing that he shared, which was really valuable, was just this quote that has really stuck for me about having conversations and expanding your network, that he's only looking for the people that are looking for him. So keep in mind that as you are reaching out and sharing your story, it doesn't mean that every single person you talk to is looking for you at this point in time. And every time you have a conversation, you're going to learn how to share your story and get more comfortable with ways to talk about it. But it's okay that not everybody you talk to is looking for you at this time. And to kind of help get yourself in that mindset of looking for those people that need you, those people that were you before you signed up as a coach or you started using Shakeology or a Beachbody product. Keep going, keep building that network, keep looking for those people, because you know what, there's billions of people on this earth, and a lot of them need you. And so as you are expanding and having more conversations, just remember that those people are out there, and it just might take you a few more conversations than you might have anticipated in the beginning. So thanks so much for joining us. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you in the group. Bye-bye.
Bye.